We're facing car apocalypse as a nation. Apparently, Gen Z not interested in driving, getting their driver's license as of right now at much lower rates than previous generations. Back in 1997, which was not that long ago, 43% of 16-year-olds, 62% of 17-year-olds had driver's licenses. By 2020, those numbers had fallen nearly in half to 25% and 45%. And look, when you interview them, as in this particular case, the Washington Post did, they give a lot of different reasons for why they're not interested in it. Some say it's too expensive. Some say that they can easily use e-scooters or get picked up in a Lyft or an Uber or something like that. Some say that they have too much anxiety about driving, and I understand it. Drivers in LA are absolutely crazy. You're taking your life in your hands being out there. But the question remains, is this gonna be a durable thing, or is this just sort of delaying it? Will they eventually start to get a car? Well, there is some historic reason to believe that that is not necessarily what's gonna happen. Because while they get their driver's license at a much lower level than like a generation ago, that generation also got their license a little bit less than the previous one. It has continued to increase. Those drivers, by the way, did start getting cars. They did start driving, but they still drive about 8% less on average a day than the generation that came before them. So if you project that forward in a few generations, will we be driving at all? And so I've brought on not only a father who might have to face this in like 6, 7, 8 years, but also a lover of the great American automobile, J.R. Jackson. What do you make of this?
I could see it happening, and I didn't know that the trend was even really going that way. We're in a city where driving is damn near like absolutely necessary, and you can get around. Obviously, you got the Lyfts and the scooters and public transit, which is getting better as well. But then it's just, it takes longer, and it's always we're on a pace of getting things done, finishing it, getting there, hurrying it up, and all that stuff. But when the pandemic hit, I think that was another huge hit to this whole thing, as well as technological advances. So the pandemic hitting, people don't leave the house as much just because they kind of got used to being at home. We see all these stories about delivery services and people not really going to the grocery store as much, or even the drive up, pick up things. It's just less movement, less need to drive and operate these types of things to get things actually done. And also the rising costs of cars and fueling them. And then, as I mentioned, technologically, these cars are starting to drive themselves, even though they are running into folks and other cars and spinning off of freeways. Even though that's happening currently, they're gonna continue to work on it and perfect it, and things are gonna get better. And we're gonna get to the point, I think, since we're seeing this trend, people just won't even need licenses. It's just getting in your car and letting it go. It's like an autonomous vehicle, and who needs to know how to drive it? This contraption, you mean? You don't have to, you just jump in and let it go. I think we're going that direction, but I'm gonna be one of the old men that holds on to it. But actually, last thought here, at least there'll be fewer idiotic Prius drivers on the road. I'll be happy to see that.
In my experience, the people who are driving the wrong way on the street are not Prius drivers.
Oh, they are. I'm sorry. It's Prius drivers, and the new Prius driver is the Tesla driver. They drive just like Prius drivers. Some of them. It's more 50-50 with the Tesla guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually surprised by what you had to say. I thought you'd be more defensive and be like, "We'll never give up our steering wheels."
I'm willing to see reality.
Okay.
I see where this is going.
That's good. Yeah, I find it to be fascinating. Look, I think I like having the ability to drive. I also love the idea of not having to. I think LA is building up their public transit. It's not good enough, but I think a lot of areas have been investing in this. Again, not nearly enough. But interestingly, if you look at, if we bring up this graphic 7, there's a chart of average number of miles driven a year by the average American. It reached its peak back in 2004, and obviously it dipped quite a bit during the pandemic, but it's basically plateaued for close to 2 decades now. And I think that's a pretty good thing. We shouldn't be driving nearly as much. It's expensive, it's damaging, people die in these car accidents. Maybe there are worse things. And if this continues and more people don't drive, or at least they're replaced by autonomous vehicles that are far safer, maybe I can finally feel safe riding a motorcycle again, because you people are crazy.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.